Hello, welcome back to Chat About It. Don't Chat About It with me, Rachel, aka the Queen of the Woke, as crowned by one of my haters. Before we get started with this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Get it out there into the algorithm. Let them know that I'm posting videos because this one is a doozy. Harry is returning to the UK. Well, actually, he's already back as we speak, right now in this video. He came back because of his father's cancer diagnosis, and he came back without Meghan. Interesting. Now, I haven't done a video on the royal family in a while, so let's just catch up with what's been happening. King yesterday was diagnosed with cancer. Harry decided to fly back in an emergency meeting. Now, obviously, this cancer is clearly got some form of malignance. We don't know how severe, but apparently it was caught quite early on, so the prognosis seems to be that it's looking good. But obviously, we don't know. He went into hospital for an enlarged prostate, and in that examination, they found something else, and that turns out to be cancer. Now, the king actually shared that with the public. That's a very unusual thing, but you know what? I'm glad that he did, because it just highlights how important things like prostate exams actually are, because you can find other underlying conditions. So in the light of all of that, Harry decided to return to the UK. Now, normally he has to give 28 days notice because he actually does not have police protection that's funded by our taxes. He doesn't have that. So obviously this was an impromptu visit. So I don't know what he's doing for security. I think he brought his own security, but who knows? But I am hoping, as as a commentator, that they are on the path to reconciliation, or at least some form of reconciliation. I'm hoping also that Harry, in the light of him rushing back from the States to England, has actually learned his lesson about not going to see a family member and getting off your pride and going to see them whilst we're sick, because he didn't do that with his grandmother, and I think he more than likely regretted that. He should have done it. Let's read something very quickly from The Telegraph. Let's go. So, the King and Queen leave for Sandringham after 30-minute meeting with Prince Harry. Live updates. Now, I do not know if Harry is planning to stay for the entirety of the King's treatment. Who knows? There are the Invictus Winter Games that are coming up next week. Now, Meghan hasn't actually shown her face here in the UK, which I'm actually very disappointed with, because she should show some sort of unity with her husband, but she's not, or at least that's what it appears to be on the surface. So she may very well turn up to the Invictus Winter Games. I think it's next week they're on, but she's not come here. I don't know if Harry will attend. It'll be interesting to find out. He might do, he might not. It'll be a good idea if he didn't. So the King and Queen have left Clarence House after a brief reunion with the Duke of Sussex. The monarch was driven from his London residence about 45 minutes after his younger son arrived from the US. Father and son are thought to have enjoyed a short private meeting before the monarch returns to Sandringham in Norfolk. And then it's just got a simple timeline. 3:52, the King waves as he leaves Clarence House. The King waved as he was driven out of Clarence House alongside the Queen for the first time since he has been diagnosed with his cancer. He appeared to be in good spirits as he headed for Buckingham Palace, where his helicopter was waiting for him to be taken back to Sandringham. And Prince Harry arrives at Clarence House at 3:21. The Duke arrived at 3:21 ahead of an anticipated reunion with the King. He was photographed being driven into the gates of the King's residence at 2:45. Father and son are expected to catch up behind closed doors before the King returns to Sandringham by helicopter. The Duke flew from LA to Heathrow overnight, landing around 12:30 today. He was whisked out of the airport in a Range Rover, accompanied by a marked police escort. Oh, okay. So this is a live read, by the way. So maybe the government, because it was short notice, just provided that police escort so he could get there safely. And he was driven straight to Clarence House. It is obviously sort of a mitigating circumstances here, I guess you could say. Where his father has been recovering from his first bout of cancer treatment, which he started yesterday, Monday. The pair have not seen each other since the coronation, when they are not thought to have spent any notable time together. The Duke is understood to have booked a flight as soon as his father called him to tell him of his cancer diagnosis. It is not yet known whether the Duke will accompany his father to Norfolk or remain in London. It is not believed that he has made any plans to see his brother, with whom he's not spoken to for months. There you have it. So he has seen his father. That's great, because blood is thicker than water. You can't change your family, but you can change your friends. So it's really important that he is seeing his family. I'm pleased with that, and I'm hoping that they can make some sort of amends. Now, thoughts just catching up. Now, I think the king is being quite courageous, because he's still taking on paperwork, and paperwork can be quite stressful in itself, because obviously people don't think that he does anything, but he'll have to go through all the government paperwork and all of that they put in front of him, and he'll still be doing all of that, and he'll be making like some appearances, but he's not doing any of the public duties. He's assigned that to William, who of course is the Prince of Wales and the heir to the throne, and I'm just hoping really that he will get better quickly and return back to doing what he does best. Monarchist or not, I just hope that he gets well. So let me know what you think. Chat about it, don't shout about it. Subscribe to my channel, like the video, get the video out there into the algorithm, and I shall see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.